Greetings, my Kerbalnuts. Welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Ooh, took me a minute there. Slightly embarrassing. Anyways, we are going to do a couple of things this mission, but the biggest thing by far is we're going to try to design a Jool 5 lander spacecraft and get it on its way to Jool. We have a couple of other things going on that, yeah, we'll go ahead and start with that. So let's take a quick look here. First of all, we're going to Jool because we are almost at exactly the perfect angle to go to Jool. We have one spacecraft that's on Duna. We have we have two spacecraft on Duna, one that's doing very well and one that is not. And yeah, we're going to see what we can do. But first, we're going to send a mission off to Jool because we need to do that. And hang on. Just make sure everything looks like it's working well, which it is. So, to start off with, we're going to load our ISRU spacecraft, which is this one. So, the first problem is we actually need about 5,000 Delta V to pull the trick of a Jool 5 mission off. And that is not gonna happen with what we have so far. So, we know that this Convertitron is good enough. We probably need some better drills. We have enough power. We have enough cooling. I think we're gonna need a better engine. So let's take this off. We can get rid of all of the parachutes. I am okay with that. We'll leave the decoupler on. That will be fine. Let's just put a big giant Rockomax tank. Hang on. I don't really want to do that. We're going to put an adapter on because we want this thing to be bigger. To Mark III. We don't want to slant it for sure. I think this is what we want. And then we could even go here. That ends up being a pretty large spacecraft. Still not good enough though. Let's just make sure these both have fuel, which they do. So then we're at the 3.75 meter. Do we have an adapter that will bring us out even bigger, maybe? There we go. Yeah. Now 5,000. That reaches what we were looking for. The thrust to weight ratio, though, is woefully inadequate. So, unfortunately, this whole assembly, just the engine's got to go. I like the tanks that will do. There's enough of them. Well, yeah, that'll be fine. We do need a fairly hefty engine. A Terrier, I assume, is not going to do it. Not even close. So, let's see here. Bobcat. I want to make sure that we can lift off of Jool Tylo. That's what our limiting factor is going to be. We need something that we can reasonably well land with. Maybe a Poodle engine? Nope. Wolfhound, no. We're looking for a thrust of around what? 100k in, a little bit more than that. This may work well. No. Twice as powerful as a Kodiak, so about 500. Okay. Yeah, 500 roughly. So let's sort this by size. Could use a Mastodon if we needed to. Skipper. Hello. That's a little bit underpowered, but not much. I think what we're gonna do is just put a couple of little engines. Little engines. Why don't we put a Terrier? We'll put 2 Terrier engines. That we're only going to use these if we have to. 2. Hello. Come on. Why won't this mirror? I do have the mirror turn on. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. Actually, the Delta V has gone down to a point where it's no longer acceptable. We still don't have everything that we need on this. So, we need a little bit more fuel. This is a Turbidine S4. We don't need a very big S4 fuel tank, but just a little one. And then we're probably going to need a bigger engine. Yes, we are. Ah, pity. So that was a Wolfhound, was it? No. A mainsail. 310 in a vac. Would love something that's a little bit more fuel efficient, like the Rhino. Ooh, the Rhino would be cool, but it's a little bit overkill. And that's way overkill. We may do this a little bit different. That Mammoth engine is really tempting, actually. But Skipper was the one that is inadequate. So let's do this differently. We'll trash this. We'll put it somewhere else. We'll get that figured out. And then let's put in our S4 again. No, let's go with a engine adapter cluster tank. Now this is actually really interesting. So we could put 4 Terriers and then have the center engine be larger. And so we could use the Terriers when it's more effective to, and just use the center one when we need it. Huh, I kind of like that. Is that the best way though? 320. A Wolfhound. Actually, wolfhounds are not bad. Hey, almost. So we'll put wolfhounds that are going to be kind of our everyday engine. And then we'll add something just a little bit more powerful than a wolfhound. Poodle. No, that's the just a scooch more powerful. 30. Yeah, we'll use a skipper. No? Why? Skiff. Oh, because it's... Huh. That is really, really interesting. Can we, like, thrust limit this? Oh, it's on different stages. That's why. Okay, hang on. Let's do this the right way. So we're going to copy this, place it there, and then put all of these engines on one stage, and then we have our thrust weight ratio so that we can lift off. Excellent. And then we have lots of delta V. We're going to need to put in our regeneration plant and our storage tank. So that's going to be a utility. I'll go ahead and put the bigger convertitron in. That's fine. We need our drills, which we'll put at the bottom. And then we need our cargo, our what's it called? Little tanky things where you stick stuff. Not a payload. It's not a fuel tank, I don't think. Oh, it is. Okay, we can put our holding on top. Now this is a little bit low. So let's go ahead and ditch this. Oh, that's fine. We'll put our holding tank back up there. The reason being is it reverted back when we placed the stage on. Good. Now we gotta land the thing. Honestly, I don't know how we're going to launch this thing, but we'll figure that one out. This stage can just go bye-bye. Okay, let's get our landing legs. Those will be underground. Most powerful ones that we can get. That should do. Okay. Then let's go to drills. Drill will easily reach down. I think we're going to need more landing legs. Now, when we land, this thing is going to be pretty light at our worst case, so that should be fine. I think this should do. So this will be ISRU Joule 5 lander. Okay. Okay. I'm good with this. Let's move on. Let's get our decoupler. I'm going to go ahead and put a large one on, and then we're going to copy... We're just going to use a Carbonine S4. We'll use a huge one. Oh, so let's retract the gearing. And then we're going to need some absolutely massive engines to get this off the ground, no doubt. Just skip right down to the largest we got. This actually is not bad. I don't know for sure if it will do everything that we need it to, but it isn't bad. I am gonna do every... Well... We need just a little bit more engine, so let's try some adapters here. And then let's get an engine that is really powerful, works well for... I think this may do the trick. All right, that'll get us off the ground. It's actually not that bad of a price either, really. We have the parachutes. I think I am going to take a full set of parachutes to land on Lathe. They'll just be radial mount, but we're going to take a full 8. We'll put them like here. Parachutes deploy at a different time. In fact, they're going to be here. Would kind of like a little bit more Delta V, but I think this will actually do. So we'll have us mostly empty when we get to Joule, which is fine. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit launch yet. No, actually, let's see what crew we have. We got Jebediah, Bill, and Bob. That's not a bad crew. Yeah, let's do it. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, wait. Haha. So that is called a static fire. There's one big problem, though. I forgot to set this back to Kerman. So we cannot actually get off the ground here. Okay, let's take a look at our engines. Let's just look at the most expensive ones. These are mastodons. Do we want rhinos? Rhinos may actually do better. Yeah, they're actually going to do better. They're more efficient. So let's get rid of this thing. Looks like we do need a little bit more. Okay. Let's do it. We got this. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Well, that was another static fire. So what did we do wrong? This should have launched. Why didn't it? This probably is not the answer, but we'll do it anyways. This is really just a static test, so if we come crashing down, then it's okay. But you don't have a way to measure the... Okay. The thrust like you would with a static test in game. So I don't understand why we're not lifting off. We are back to Kerbin. We are atmospheric. Oh, we didn't reset the atmosphere. Okay. So that's why. Okay, so we need at least one powerful engine that works well inside of the atmosphere. Huh. Let's try the black one. Ooh, that's a tiny engine. Let's try replacing with all of these. Yeah, that's not nearly powerful enough. So the Rhino is twice as powerful as this thing. But sea level, it's not as good. This looks like the space shuttle main engine, maybe. So we're just gonna have to do some side boosters to get us off the ground, which is fine. Okay. Huh. Well, this will be fun to get these off fast enough. Okay, so we'll put 4 boosters on. I am really worried about the collision. So we may... The collision potential is very high with these. Four. It's too bad I can't put this on the engines themselves. I mean, okay. Let's, I know this is not gonna work, but let's try. Let's just search for solid. We're gonna try hammers. Yeah, the hammers will not work. So we got to go up to the next guy above here. The thumpers, they're not that much bigger. Huh. Why did it go to 3? That's weird. Oh, it's because these things are set to 3, which... Okay, fine. We'll stick these on the solid boosters. There we go. I'll fire at once. Still not quite enough oomph to get us off the ground. Alright, well, from the thumpers, we go to not a launch escape system. The fuel tank is kind of interesting, but I guess we're going to have to go to the kickbacks. These things, we best make sure that they are positioned well. Actually, we can put them a little bit lower so that way they're less likely to destruct. Anything important, at least. And then we combine these and we should be good enough to get off the ground. Barely. Alright. Next level booster. Let's kick these down. Okay, this should do. This will be pretty slow to get us off the ground. The last thing we're going to do is just do a little slight aerodynamic tweak. We're going to put one of these slanted cones. Not that kind, though. Well, I guess we will do one of these. Yeah, those are too big. Let's go down a size. So choose small. Those are way too big. They're just positively huge now. That's too small. Could just do an Aerostream, but let's just do these. These would be a little bit big, and it makes it look a little bit more phallic than I would prefer, but what are you gonna do? So it should push these out. I'm worried. We're gonna do SEPs. Sepratron rockets, just little rockets to push us away. Let's flip that around. Okay. These get fired off at the same time as these do. Same thing here. We need to combine everything into one big giant stage. Wait. Huh? Hang on. Let's down select these. So these guys have to be on this stage. These guys must be some SEPs. Yeah, they need to switch up to there. All right. Everyone who's ever played this game has hit their rocket with a separation. It happens. Chroma. Okay, let's do the dress. Well, let's do the test flight. So the way I look at this, oh boy, that's bad. Let's just do it. That was a staging issue. Okay. First of all, these guys are not good enough to hold the entire rocket up. We gotta put them like here. These guys need to come here. Separatrons need to go up to the separation stage. Okay, let's do this rehearsal again. Yeah, so far I've managed to do this entire playthrough without struts, and I don't know that that will continue here, but we'll see. Woo! Well, that was a interesting simulation there. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to do this but struts. You're probably right. Yep, no deaths. We'll call this wind tunnel testing. Oh, sweet. We are off the ground. Man, I do not want to even mess with this at all. We're just going to go straight up until we separate the boosters. We have no science instruments at all, which is a little bit of a pity, but it's fine. has no clue how much Delta V we have remaining. For curiosity, where's the landing zone? I don't see it, which is fine. Okay. Woo! Wait, what happened? Why are my... I don't... What happened? Is it, Huh. Well... Alright, I think it must have broken engine off. You're probably right there. Okay, let's try a little bit more stabilization maybe will help with this. Let's just tie everybody to their neighbor, and we'll tie them to the one across from each other. Okay, let's try this again. There's obviously a little bit of rotation in this, which is not great, but that's okay. If there's a failure again, we're going to kill the rocket and we're going to do landing tests. So this thing basically should be able to land. Solid boosters are looking nice and steady. The Separatrons are killing my engines. That's what's happening. We did say, though, we were going to do a test. So let's kill the engines. And then we're going to separate. We're going to do a hard over. Actually, let's go this direct. Let's go north. This is mostly for re-entry that we're doing this burn. And to make the vehicle a little bit lighter. This upper stage has plenty of thrust though, so that's not a problem. I'm gonna try taking off the Separatrons next time, though. I think that's the key. Let's just go ahead and fast forward. We are going down, which is fine. Have our little down indicator. Okay, let's switch over to retrograde. I want to see how much hope we're going to need better reaction wheels. So that's going to hurt us a little bit, but that'll be fine. Could even do a deployable inflatable heat shield if we needed to and just kill it off. Yeah, I've never done a Joule 5 mission before. This will be interesting. Joule 5 landing. Okay, we're doing fine so far. Not great, but okay. Oh, I forgot solar panels too. That's another shortcoming. Come on, slow us down. Almost there. Almost there. Slow down massively. Parachutes. All right. Well, that was a landing test that failed. What was the problem with that? I mean, the problem was we came into the suboptimal trajectory. That's fine. Let's just put some more solar panels. And we are going to the outer parts of the system, so we're going to put more than I normally would. We'll put 4. It should be fine. Let's try getting rid of the Separatrons. Those are the only changes we're gonna try this. This is still a little bit underpowered. That's not horrible. We may have to put more boosters. Let's see if we can get clean separation here. See, I don't know why it does that. Maybe my boosters are just a little bit misaligned or something. So far, so good. We'll do another landing test if this fails to separate cleanly. And if this one doesn't work, then we'll put an inflatable heat shield on this center one, and we just won't use the center engine until we hit... what's the planet there? Vale, or whatever the one is that has the atmosphere. Yep. Huh. That's right, we gotta kill the engine. The engines just fell off. That's nice. We need the reaction control. That's the other thing. Okay, let's go ahead and burn. Gonna go hard north. We're looking to survive the re-entry velocity a little bit longer and to let our parachutes have more time to work. And burn off a little bit of extra fuel because we have too much. Lathe, that's the atmospheric planet. Although honestly, we could probably do the mission like this. Just straight up. But we're not going to do that. I don't know. How do we get rid of the problem here? That is the trick. Let's keep burning through fuel. Oh, welcome back, K-Shizzle. Just trying to survive this somehow. We're doing some tests for a Joule 5 mission. We're doing a landing test here to see how well this works. Ooh, it looks like we may even get a mountain landing. Okay. Let's see how well the parachutes work. Oh, we're still speeding up. Oh boy. Obviously they're not fully deployed, but well, we need more parachutes. We need drogues too. Okay. So, we're going to have drogues. A lot of them. Yeah, we're figuring stuff out here. No, these come with their own stage here. So that will work for there. We also need a good reaction control. We'll take the large one. Yeah, let's do this. That looks pretty good. So that should give us the control that we need. Do we still have the ability to take off of Tylo? Yeah. We're a little bit low on fuel, to be honest. I think. But I think we'll be okay. Yeah. They're pretty tough like that. Do we want to switch out to a better engine? Is there a better one? Well, no, I'm not going to worry. The upper stage is... The only thing would be something a little bit more efficient. We're not going to use a vector engine. More efficient in a vacuum. Poodle. I mean, Wolfhound is actually a really, really good engine, and that's what we've got on there. So I think that's going to be the best thing for us. The only thing we got to figure out is how do we separate this cleanly? I think we need a different paradigm. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a smaller engine here. One that will also do quite nicely. We'll organize by cost. Because presumably, the more expensive, the more better. Um, 340. So these rhinos are better the higher we get. They're not bad even lower. So let's put vectors in. There we go. And that is going to be quite a bit less than what we need to get off the ground. Right, so we're going to definitely need some boosters. We may do just some some liquid fueled boosters this time, as opposed to solid using some of these vector engines. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Let's use these things. But let's try solids because I'm lazy. Why aren't you getting onto that right spot? There we go. That's better. That's just silly staging. Let's put these guys here. We'll put this one there. Drop that. Okay, so this should be enough oomph to get us off the ground. Honestly, we are gonna go with liquids though. Maybe we'll just try not the mammoths. Let's try what's the other combination? There was one, wasn't there? These guys, twin bore. Twin bore boosters will do quite nicely. So these are all firing off. And well, let's drop these down. Then we're going to put another small stage. Small is a relative thing. And then we're going to treat these all as a flowy pipe thingy. Gosh, I'm being so good with my words here. Sort by name. I don't want Carbonime. Rockomax we trust. 32 maybe? Yeah, that seems about right. And then let's add in a nose cone. That's a little small. That's a little big. It's a lot of big. Just right. Alright, let's add in our fuel ducts. I think we're going to have to strut this up a little bit too. I've been successful in avoiding it for a while, but I think it's time. Let's connect to your neighbor. Connect to your other neighbor. And that wasn't quite what I intended. But it's fine. Let's just connect them up like this. Yeah, that's fine. Let's try it. This thing is loud. Wow. And the separation test. This is our winner. Note we are slowing down, but I think that's fine. We could make these boosters a little bit bigger, but I think this is going to be just fine. Yeah, we're going to start speeding up here real soon. Good. The important thing is we never slow down to 0. Those things should be on the ground here real soon. Kind of interesting to see where they ended up. So we're going to have to make a decision once we get this thing launched into orbit. Do we keep with this flight profile, or do we with this mission, or do we try again from the ground. And honestly, I think this has everything we need. As long as we have approximately 5,000 meters per second in our upper tank, which we should, I think this will do. Not 5,000, about 3,000, I think, to get to Joule. We're not going to make orbit with this stage, but we'll be pretty close. These engines aren't too bad. So if we wanted a little bit more efficiency, if we didn't care about the acceleration, we could cut off the center ones when we get high enough, but I think we do care about the thrust. Let's go full horizontal. Okay, this won't be bad. Another 1,000, roughly 700 or 800, I think. So we should have over 4,000, which will be fine. Okay, let's get this tilted over. We got a lot more control with this stage. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do we do a landing test with this on Kerbin, or do we just go for it? We have one vote for land here. Well, I suppose we'll take it safe. If we're gonna land here, I don't want to land at night. So let's decelerate, and we're gonna try to land in the daytime. How's our power situation? We got plenty. It's probably better to work out the issues before we try to land this thing on Lathe. You're probably right. It just doesn't feel so Kerbal, though. Hang on. This really isn't what I want to do. Let's just warp to here. We're gonna circularize it. We do not have a ton of control. We may need another one of those reaction wheels, but we have plenty when we're thrusting. I guess that's the only time we really need it. How's our power situation? Still doing great. Should we try for a Kerbal Space Program? Or Progress? Yeah, let's try for a center landing. So we're going to warp to here. And then we're going to slow down. And I'm going to try to get it. so we can land at the Space Center. I don't think I'm going to succeed in that, but we're going to try. $29. Yeah, we'll try this. It may be a water landing, which would not actually be that great. It wouldn't allow us to test everything that we need to. Okay, we're in the atmosphere. Stay pointed at the retrograde. I've done the 3 small moons before of Jool, but I haven't landed and taken off of the 2 big ones before. I think I've done flybys of them. So I'm going to do a hard thrust once we get to about here, I think. How's our power? Looking good. Okay, we're full suborbital now. Yeah, let's do a deceleration burn here. Jeez, that didn't take much. Actually, let's do a little bit of a prograde. Okay. Woo, boy. We're killing this thing. Okay, slow us down. Well, at least the crew survived. Honestly, I think with a better trajectory, we would have survived. I think that's what happened. Well, we'll recover the vessel. That's fine. Hooray. Oh, pull is not even the worst one. Like, oh well, it's fine. Hey, we had one of our boosters actually landed. That's interesting. Not like we need the money much anyways. Let's put just some basic science instruments just so we can claim to have a reason for doing this. Oh, we do have ones. Good. We even have the gravitation detector. We have some basic solar panels. Yeah, this is actually not a bad mission. Let's just take a quick peek at our missions and see if we have anything. Explore Ike. Yes. Okay. We're going to have real problems getting on a precise landing spot. But I think we're going to launch it anyways. Let's do it. There's plenty of fuel. We got this. To Joule! Huzzah! I don't know. I can't believe all of these boosters survived intact. 3 of the 4. This is actually really steady. But I'm still going to go straight up. Let's go just a small smidgen off. Just because I don't want to destroy our runway if we can get away with it. That is such a beautiful, clean separation. It doesn't have one of those Korolev crosses. That's nice, but it's not bad. This is so much better than when we were using solids. Yeah, I'm definitely at the point in the game where I don't really care much about money, so meh. Besides, we'll get some world first milestones here. There they go on the surface. Looks like at least somewhat intact. Let's go ahead and start gravity turn. We're a little teensy bit high, really, to be just starting it, but that's okay. We have a very low thrust to weight ratio stage. I mean, we're only 25 seconds away from Apoasis, so we still need to be mostly vertical. I'll go ahead and lock it to prograde. Let's see how that does. Looks like we're pretty smooth here. Been learning more about the Saturn V rocket. Saturn V rocket went... The first stage took it 30 miles high and 6 miles down range, and that was it. Second stage took it like 100 miles high and almost 1,000 miles down range. But the first stage is rather important. Hello. Let's not fight this so much. Just keep her nice and steady. Good, good, good. We can flatten out a little bit more. Yeah, I've been seeing them gimbal, which is why I switched the control mode a little bit. So they're just trying to keep us steady. I think this will be an even better orbit than the last one. If I had it on command, I would just shift all of these engines off and then just rely on the center one that's more efficient. But too lazy to put in a custom command group for that. Last time I did a Joule mission, though, it was in the days where atmospheric heating would not kill your spacecraft. So the way that you orbited Joule was to like get into intercept it with like 290 kilometers or something, and you would slow your spacecraft down enough. There was a whole science behind it. But these days, it's better to try a gravity assist, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Let's go ahead and wait until we're a little bit closer. Maybe about here. And we'll be able to take off to Jool nice and easy peasy. Whoops, let's hold off for a sec. Okay, that's not so bad. And we are in orbit. Beautiful. Now, let's see here. So we need to go out, and we need, I don't know, around 2,000 meters per second. So we're probably going to be doing the burn about here. That's in. Let's try closer to here. That's a little bit low, a little bit earlier. I really need to get the mod that lets you tweak things a little bit better. It's still a little bit off. Right, like there. There we go. That's better. So we're not quite touching Jool. Let's set this as our target. Not too horrible. Hey! That's really good. Okay, let's it's Lathan Vale. We need to do a close approach of one of the two. Actually, let's just eyeball this. Okay. All right. Slow her down a bit. That's better. Let's just set this to the maneuver node. Actually, let's see if we can get a little bit better. We have some time. One more. Slow her down. Bring her up. We're getting somewhere. Tell you what. Well, the ascending node is actually increasing. Let's 2,000. No, we're gonna burn. We're gonna redo this. Try to get this descending node down to something a little lower. And then we're going to hit that on our way out. So at this point in time, we'll just slow it down to 0. Actually, let's just do like this. And then we'll have to accelerate a little bit more. Yeah, this'll do. Let's just do this. Okay. Let's warp to the next maneuver. And then we need to burn it 1 minute and like 4 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So this will get us a good chunk of the way there. Now we're going to have to land on one of the outer moons first. Or Lathe. There's honestly some value to landing on Lathe first, too. We may do that. I don't know. The trick with Lathe, though, is we're going to have to figure out how to land on land, because there's not a lot of land on Lathe. It's mostly water. So Hubble still seems to be not working, and there's really not a lot of hope for it from what I'm hearing. So we may no longer have Hubble Space Telescope with us, sadly. Getting there. So the closest to this kind of mission was really a Saturn type mission, where the Cassini spacecraft flew around Titan a number of times to change its orbit around the planet. We got some pretty interesting stuff as a result. Let's lock this steady. Okay, I'm gonna close this. We're gonna just keep burning until the periapsis stops improving. Let's focus back on Joule. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, our next maneuver is gonna be... The sending node is there. We'll have it like maybe around here in about a year. And let's see here. Actually, probably the sooner the better. Wrong direction. Move it up. 83 meters per second is not bad. Now, let's see here. Let's see if we can do a lathe. Well, Veil is the better of the two. So that's the ascending node, which is kind of obvious actually. So that's our crossing point. Okay, the target of the closest approach. So we need to kind of move this out a bit, maybe. That was something. Well, let's just see if we can do lathe any better. Set as our target. Maybe. Oh. No. Hey, we got an encounter there. Let's see here. Can we scooch this up? Let's focus on lathe. And after lathe, we're going to probably go to Bop, maybe? Hey, we have a Tylo. That will capture us. If nothing else. It doesn't take it particularly close. So let's see if we can... We will be in a perfectly reasonable orbit here after. Lathe encounter. Let's see if we can adjust it just a scooch more. Man, it does not take much of a gravity assist, does it? Veil is not enough. That is actually pretty good towards getting towards Bop. And then let's see if we can just... I think we'll try to tweak it just a scooch. Maybe when we get into the system. So a little bit more, very, very slowly. Keep going. Okay, it's this. That's going to do it. That's in 148 days. Okay, we're going to quick save here. We're going to get it pointed, and then let's deploy our stuff. So that should get us on a decent trajectory, and we're heading towards Bop, and hopefully we can figure out how to bop. Bop around. Okay. Cool. So 108 days. Meanwhile, let's go check on our Duna missions real quick, because they were not doing so hot. I wonder what part is actually surviving. Just out of curiosity. It's probably the nose cone. Yep, it's just the nose cone. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, now we know. Not worth a lot, but it is something. Okay. Actually, before we get too far, let's just check to see if any new missions have opened up. Attach a new part to a satellite in orbit. Yeah, I don't think so. There are some kind of interesting missions, but that's fine. Okay. Let's go to our Duna mission. Ooh, we got a lot of junk everywhere. Moho craft debris, that was supposed to be cleaned up, but it has not. Really? How do we have lander debris on a suborbital trajectory? Huh? Whatever. Let's just fly this for a moment. Maybe we can kill some of this. A parachute? In space high? What? What? I think we found a bug. Okay, we're just going to kill all of those debris missions because they should have landed. All of them. And then we're going to go back and check on our Duna missions. Terminate. Except for just not that last one. Okay. Maneuver time, good. Let's go to our contingency mission. Let's see how it's doing. Now, I haven't done the math exactly, but so far as I can tell, we're going to need about 2,300. We forgot the radiators. Oh, dear. That's going to be a pain. Oh, well. Let's just warp this. We are continuing to get a little bit of fuel at a time. Gosh darn. Guess it's not too late. To turn the jewel mission around, but nah, it'll be fine. Okay. Guys, gotta stop making me yawn. Jeez. Woo. Let's check the mission log. And then we'll go back to our jewel mission. Nothing too interesting. Okay, let's check on the Jewel 5. Maneuver in 38 days. Jeez. That means our fuel is only going like 1 meter per second per day. Ugh, that's slow. Okay, let's go ahead and just warp to the maneuver node. So far, so good. Let's focus on this. Okay. Let's keep going. Just whoa. Actually, that's really good. That's really good. That is almost exactly where we want to be. So next time we need to do anything, we're going to add a maneuver out here, and I'm just doing that so that we have some kind of a clock. Next up, Jewel. Sweet. Meanwhile, can we finally make it to Ike? We may have to do some kind of a rescue mission if the fuel is not able to be sufficiently pumped. It won't be a full rescue mission, but maybe we'll have a little refueler. It's not here. Let's check our missions, and then we'll go back to flying spacecraft. Nothing too terribly interesting. Okay. First of all, let's check our alignment. When's the optimal Duna? We're a little past the optimal Duna. No, we're way past. All right. Let's fly this thing and see if there's anything we can do to encourage it to hit Duna, because that would be really, really nice. I think it's still set to hit it eventually, but it's some distant time in the future. All right, back to the tracking station, and let's go refuel some more. Maybe we'll have enough to get to Ike. That's the goal. We're pretty close, but I don't think we're quite there. We'll just let it warp for a little bit. What? Seem to stop harvesting, which does seem to happen every now and then. So I think 2,200 should be enough. We are going by days real fast though. But not that long. Okay. We're going to call this good enough. I'm going to do a quick save. And this is... We're going to call this a simulation to see if we have enough fuel. Let's do it. Track the drill. Get everything pulled back in. Let's go ahead and shut down our radiators. Actually, they can be left on. It's not going to hurt anything. Oh, let's retract the antenna. Okay, so far so good. Let's start heading towards the right direction. Okay, so far so good. We're just doing a simulation to see if we have enough fuel to make it to Ike. And if we do, then we'll say it was a successful simulation. If we don't, we'll quick load. I'm pretty sure we have enough, though. So I think it's only about 600 past orbit, and it's going to be close, but that's perfectly okay. Let's go ahead and level out a bit more. Gee, the engine's really nice. So with this much fuel, if we were on the ground, we should be able to make it to orbit, and we are more than halfway there. let's go ahead and lock on prograde. We're going to keep going there until the Apoasis hits about 53 or so. 54 sounds wonderful. I think we have a near nominal orbit maneuver, at least the first step. We should have just a couple hundred meters per second. And then we have 900. Yeah, I think we have enough. Hi! These poor people, they're like, hey, wait, come back for us. We've been stuck here for forever. Okay, we are in space. Let's warp to about here. Then we'll start the burn and get ourselves into proper orbit. Okay, that's not bad. It's a little bit off on the timing though. Ooh, perfect. Can I adjust the timing anymore? Well, we still got better. Okay. I think that's just about gonna do it. So let's target the maneuver. And it's in 6 minutes. So we'll still be in space. So I can go ahead and deploy our stuff. Not that we really need to worry much about the solar panels or the comm antenna, but it's good practice. Oh, that's as fast as we can warp. So yeah, let's just warp to like here. 37-second burn. So that means we need to start at about 18. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. So we'll have about 550. Let's see what our simulation says our velocity is going to be once we hit Ike. A little bit over. Just a tiny scooch. Oh, it was under still. Okay, never mind. Come on. 10. How does that look for Ike? That's about spot on. Okay, so we're going to warp to here. Good. We're going to do it. We're going to land. Ooh, this is going to be fun. We're going to have to do this in this mode. Let's go ahead and start the orbital insertion burn. I really don't think we want to come down at night. So we're going to do something like this. I think that's about as low of an orbit as we dare go. And then we'll slow down again here. Okay, let's turn on our landing radar. 45 seconds. Go ahead and deploy the landing legs. So we're going to warp to here. This is a relatively flat area. So let's go ahead and retract the antenna. And same here. Get our solar panels tucked in. Jeez. We have enough to do this, but not by much. So we're really going to have to basically suicide burn. Lovely. Well, we'll start at about T-minus 10 for the suicide burn. Okay. We'll let it go a little bit further. Five. Two. It's 250. We should have 50 spare meters per second. It looks like, I think just by the act of burning, we're going to come down sooner, which is going to not have us crash into that mountain. Okay. We still have a little bit of spare. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Here we come. Let's go on to the retrograde. Oh, surface retrograde. Oh, we ran out of fuel. I'm breathing again. Whew. That was scary, but I think we did it. Let's start harvesting. Get our antennas deployed. What else do we need to do? Let's do our complement of science. Let's go ahead and do an EVA. Let's have our engineer pop out. He's probably the wrong person, but we'll take a surface sample, do an EVA report, board back in. And we are making fuel. Sweet. Okay. What else do we need to do? We need to plant a flag. Let's have our pilot jump out. RCS. Okay. Let's see. Plant a flag. Oh, cool. Southeastern Mountains. We landed with no fuel left. Okay. And that's about all we're gonna do. So, if we can, let's turn on the RCS. Let's see our crew report. Let's transmit that. Okay, we have no comms. That's not a huge surprise. Let's extend this antenna. I'm just gonna warp for a little while, see if we happen to... Yeah, we don't ever maintain surface connectivity. Lovely. All right, well, I guess we're just staying here for a little while. So that's going to take some time, but that'll be fine. That's what we get for using little itty bitty drills. Plant a flag on Moho. This one's basically free. So, let's check our planetary alignment again. We're getting closer to Duna. I think I'm going to fly this mission and we're going to have it go out about 100 days and just kind of keep an eye on it. Actually, if we're going to do that, then let's go do the one that's getting fuel. I totally ran out of fuel. That's so funny. At least we know we stayed exactly the right amount of time. I should have thought to turn on the RCS sooner, though, because we could have used a little bit of that fuel. Let's go to our contingency, which is now on Ike. Woohoo! Make sure the drills are not harvesting. Okay. So we're going to keep warping and we're going to keep an eye on Kerbin here to see if there's a transfer window coming up to Duna, which there is. We're occasionally getting contact with Duna, so we could probably send home that science from Ike. What? Come on now. Why you do this to me, game? Oh, that was a Kraken. We get a nice, perfectly valid landing. Let's collect everything. We'll do a quick EVA. Pull in our solar panels and our antenna. Silly Kraken. Let's lock on retrograde. I think I actually want to try to land here. So that's pretty good. Okay, suicide burn is still 45 seconds and we got 3 minutes, so we can warp here. Everything's tucked away. Seems likely that we can burn a little bit early, a little bit late. So we're going to go all the way down to like 5 seconds this time and just do a teensy tiny burn. It's going up, so that's good. 3, 2. So let's try going down to 2 seconds this time. I have a feeling we're running into that mountain. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Three, two, one. Cool. Okay. Luckily, turns out it's really easy to land on Ike. Let's deploy our drills. Get our solar panels out. Start the surface harvester. Extend our antenna. And then, let's see, make sure we got everything collected. Good. Let's get our pilot out. Okay. Plant a flag. We're still on Southeast Mountain. Second time, there is no Kraken. Yeah, that sounds good. Take a surface sample. We're going to do our EVA report. And then let's see if we can fly back up. Okay. Board. All right. So let's try this again. Again. I'm sure you guys know who that is. We're just going to warp here for a little bit. We are collecting more fuel. That's good. Okay, I'm going to F5 before we start doing too much. We're getting close to a good approach. So we're going to launch another rescue mission here soon. We do have just a little teensy tiny bit of strength. So let's do our crew report and then transmit it. Good. How's our missions look? We got the science data. We have to do a bunch of acquiring 600 units of fresh ore, which we are well on our way to doing. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and save again. And then let me check the optimal window. It's our angle. We're getting really close to it. Let's just warp for a bit. Okay. This guy is in good condition. Are we still harvesting? No. Oh well. few failed missions. That's fine. Okay. I don't know how much we're gonna need, but we'll need at least 500. We're probably gonna need closer to 7, 8, maybe 1,000. No more than 1,000 though. But we'll get there with some time. Cool. Space Center time. We're gonna launch a third rescue mission to try to save these poor astronauts on Duna. We just seem to have the worst luck with launching rescue missions though, so these things happen, guys. They happen. That's a freebie. Okay. Let's do this. Let's load up our rescue mission. ISRU rescue mission. I thought we had one. Oh, here we go. Air rescue. We have radiators. We have solar panels. Lots of parachutes. Only thing I'm going to change with this is I really wish we had more drills on our other one. So we're going to put 6. So that should allow us to get fuel 3 times faster. All right, let's do it. We got this. No problemo. Let's see if we remember how to fly this rocket, but it shouldn't be too bad, right? Right, guys? Boy, these solid boosters are on so nice and tight. Must have got a first for landing on Ike. And taking off from Duna for that matter. And orbiting Ike. Probably all of those. Whew. They lost some nose cones, but that is acceptable losses. Okay, let's try to keep this about here. Honestly, we should be able to launch this thing to Duna with this stage still intact. Let's go a little more horizontal. Go a lot more horizontal. There we go. This should be good. Ooh, it's later than I realized. Let's definitely get this thing on its way to Duna. And we'll see how much further beyond there we go. $59. We're looking pretty good. Let's just warp until we hit space. Okay, right there. Looking good. I'm just going to put this at prograde. I'll let things spin for a bit while I check my bearings to get to Duna. And the answer is we need to go this way. Okay. Which means the burn should be right around there. Alright, burn here. Maybe more like here. That's too powerful. So we want something more like there and a burn of around here. That is a decent angle. Okay, set as target. Oh. Is this getting closer? Oh, sweet. We got it on our first attempt. Focus view. So we'll be a little bit inclined, but that's okay. Let's see here. Come down. Back in. Come back down. Back in more. Come down. It's nice and gentle. Okay, we're basically there. Let's come in over the pole. Just a teensy tiny hair. Yeah, close enough. Let's go ahead and just warp to the maneuver node. Okay. Warp to next node. Oh, crud. No. Alas. We're just gonna retrograde this. We're gonna have him burn and re-enter. We'll have to launch another one, which will be fine. Because we have 2 Kerbins along for the ride who we're not counting on being here. Let's just go ahead and separate. This stage might be able to land. I'm curious. It probably would be more likely to if it was on a more gentle burn and if it didn't have so much fuel. So let's do the more gentle. Burn a teensy bit of this fuel. Let's go up to like 40. Okay. So we're going to warp full speed ahead. Let's go ahead and lock to retrograde. I think we're going to leave this exactly where we're going to land this, and then we'll figure out next time another rescue mission. Ah, pity. We're just burning money left and right. It's all good, though. This is the most expensive part by far. So we may not lose that much cash on this mission. We'll find out. Let's cancel this burn. That's what I get for not checking to make sure there were no Kerbals first. Okay, this is looking like a nice, gentle re-entry. We could burn some fuel. That will make it even more gentle. And it'll also make it a lot more likely that the parachutes will work. And also maintain the pointing. Okay, that's not bad. We're still a lot higher than I would like. Come on, dude, we're good. This will be fine. This will be... Well, whoops. I think I could have fired off the parachutes a little bit sooner. Oh well. I should have fired the rockets to slow us down a little bit more too, but yeah, it's all good. We survived. We're a little bit scratched up, but we survived. I'll tell you what. No XP gain. Yeah, there wouldn't be. Let's just go ahead and launch this again. This time without any Kerbals on board, please. I suppose we could have had them like parachute out or something fancy like that, but nah. They probably could have done it too. Huh. They both had parachutes. But you still have to survive re-entry. They would not have done that. Actually, we'll show this, but we're going to kill that. Let's just get a little bit off so we don't crash any boosters into our launch pad. That's the important bit. Excuse me. Woof. Okay. A little bit of nose cone clipping. Never hurt anybody. I guess it could have, but meh. Yeah, we're at 18. Let's try and level this out a little bit. Yeah, we are looking pretty nice. Let's go full horizontal. Almost there. Good. So let's see here. Next time, we will get this mission to Duna. And we'll have... Hopefully we can get it close enough where we can save the poor astronauts that have been stuck there for forever. And then we'll also start the Jool 5 mission. We should have our final burn to get us heading towards Laythe and be looking pretty good. Actually, that's right. We're already on the right trajectory. Whoopsie-daisies. We're a little bit high, but that's fine. We have so much fuel. It's not even funny. Just lock it on prograde. That should re-enter soon. In fact, I don't know why it has not. Huh. Use a little bit of thrust vectoring to get us into the right orientation sooner. Okay. Looking fantastic. And then we need to go this way. Roughly towards these red lines. this more like this. Yeah, that's almost perfect. Let's see here. Set as our target. I think if we go a scooch out, let's try a little bit more powerful. There we go. All right, focus the view. Let's see if we can get a nice impact. Okay, let's go just a little bit that way. Let's try there. Hmm. $15. I think we're just gonna have to do a second burn, but we'll get this one close. Okay, let's get in, dial in close. Okay. That will be pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this. And then we're getting close to the burn already, so I'm glad we were done mucking around. 13-second burn. Let's just do it. We'll get as close as we get. We're a little scooch late, but that's okay. I don't think it'll make a huge difference. We overshot this. Let's hit the maneuver node. We'll even use a little bit of RCS fuel. We'll see if we can get this a little bit better. I know we're really, really close. Okay, screw it. Let's just set another map. Maneuver. Do we want to do... Let's do a deep space one. Looking to see if there's a natural point. This ascending node is probably pretty good, but now let's just do it. Let's just barely cross the escape threshold here. Then we'll do one in just a scooch. Okay, let's see. Add a maneuver. Control locked. That is weird. Why would the control be locked? Oh dear. Huh. Okay, that's why the control's locked. I forgot to deploy the antennas. And the electric charge is fine. Well, how far away are we from Kerbin? Okay, I think we're going to figure out what to do with this next time, guys, but I have got to run for now. Thank you guys so much for everything. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care, guys.